Hi everyone, my name is Tiaja and this is my individual video project. Today I'll be breaking down how Netflix uses information systems to drive its global success, not just for entertainment, but through powerful technology and smart data. So by the end of this presentation, you'll be able to see how Netflix went from mailing DVDs to becoming, one of the most data-driven companies in the world. Okay. So, information systems are the heartbeat of Netflix. Every time you press play, a massive network of people, processes, and technology is working behind the scenes. So, these systems track what you watch, when you pause, and what you skip. So, constantly improving your experience. Netflix also uses the data to personalize your homepage, recommended new shows, and even decide what content to create next. And information systems, they don't just support Netflix businesses, they are in the business. Okay, so business processes. Netflix day-to-day operations run on smart automated business processes. So the recommendation algorithm is one of its biggest strengths. So it studies your watching habits to predict, what you'll love next and what you're kind of into, which keeps people binging for hours. I know we're all victims of just sitting in front of the screen watching Netflix just because, the shows are so good and we're so entertained. Automation, also handles billing, customer support, and subscriptions, keeping things accurate and efficient, just making sure things, are running smoothly and it's like tailored to you. Because these systems are so streamlined, Netflix can operate globally without like slowing down. So you know how like on some websites when a lot of people are like on it, it crashes. Netflix never has that problem. So this gives the company freedom to focus on innovation instead of administration, basically keeping it efficient and running. Strategy and competitive advantage. So now let's talk about the strategy side. Netflix real superpower. By analyzing viewing data, they noticed people were obsessed with political dramas. So the insight led to House of Cards, one of their first original series, and a major hit. It was a big hit for Netflix. This shows how data can fuel creativity, and through Porter's five forces, Netflix stays ahead by lowering supplier power, making their own content. And so you know how like on Netflix they have like created by Netflix, kind of like that. Reducing buyers' power with personalization and staying innovative to block new competition. So their mix of creativity and analytics gives them a huge edge in the streaming industry. So basically, just keeping them on top and ahead of the game. Okay, so let's talk IT infrastructure. So behind all the data is some serious technology. Netflix actually runs fully on cloud computing, mainly through Amazon Web Services. So this setup allows millions of people to stream at the same time with almost no lag. So back to what I was saying before, like this basically, allows Netflix to stay on top of their game and, out of the industry because they're allowing millions of people to watch without it, crashing or lagging or anything like that, which makes their customers happy. So their systems automatically routes traffic through the fastest available network. So whether you're watching at home or on a plane, playback is smooth and it's high quality. So like I said before, not having to worry about it lagging or it crashing on you or anything. So this powerful infrastructure gives Netflix unmatched reliability and scalability across the globe, basically making it easier for everyone. Okay, so let's get into databases and analytics. So Netflix database acts like a digital brain. So they store everything from users' preferences to watch history and device data. So using big data analytics and machine learning, Netflix can actually predict what types of shows will perform best even before they're produced. They also test multiple thumbnails and trailers for each show to see which ones grab the most attention. Every single decision from renewals to marketing comes from analytics that keeps audience engaged and loyal. So basically, before a show or a movie is actually produced, they're testing to see which one is going to have the most clicks, which one is going to get them the most views. And this again is why Netflix always stays on top and is one of the number one streaming service. Okay, let's talk telecommunications and networks. So, Netflix success also depends heavily on its telecommunications and network systems. So, basically, how content travels from Netflix servers to our screens. The company uses a global content delivery network or CDN called Netflix Open Connect. This network has thousands of edge servicers placed all around the world, which store companies of Netflix content closer to users. That way, when you hit play, the data doesn't have to travel across the planet. It streams from the nearest server, reducing lag and buffering. So, like I was stating before, just keeping up that efficiency and making sure, you know, everything is running smoothly. Netflix also integrates with mobile and Internet of Things technology so users can stream seamlessly on phones, tablets, smart TVs, and even gaming console. Basically, just making it accessible anywhere. All of this network infrastructure is what keeps Netflix running smoothly across 190 plus countries day and night. So, even with all of this, advanced technology, Netflix still faces major challenges and ethical questions. First, there's the issue of data privacy and algorithm transparency. Netflix actually, collects a massive amount of user data, and while that helps personalize content, it also raises concerns about how much data is actually being tracked and how it is being used. Next, there's competition for bandwidth and content rights. So, as more streaming services appear, the pressure to secure faster delivery speeds and exclusively content keeps growing. And finally, Netflix, must ensure that their ethical use of predictive analytics, meaning using data to enhance viewer experiences without manipulating, that behavior or invading people's privacy. Um, Basically, just saying that Netflix, when Netflix takes all our data, so our email, all that stuff they have to get for you to log in or sign up, just basically making sure that this is being used in the right way and they're not stealing our data. So balancing innovation with responsibility is one of Netflix's biggest ongoing challenges in the digital era. So it's something that, that they're still struggling with. In conclusion, information systems are Netflix's core engine of innovation. The combination of data, cloud, infrastructure, and strategic decision making gives Netflix a lasting competitive edge. And by continuously learning from analytics, Netflix actually ensures its success doesn't just, happen once. Basically, it's not just a one time thing. They're always going to be around and be successful. And it's just going to keep growing smarter over time. This is my reference page. Thank you guys for watching.